Hello, I'm Sasha Cohen-Ioannidis.
And I'm Dylan Liu, and we are Ecotone Renewables.
So personally, I've never eaten an apple core, and I bet that many of you haven't either. But just because we don't eat this core doesn't mean that it shouldn't have value. Why should we throw it away when we can turn it into something else that would benefit us? Currently, 16% of families in the United States are food insecure, and yet we're wasting 40% of our food supply. Why are we paying to waste, cause excess amounts of traffic congestion, and also rely on unsuitable sources of energy if we're putting all of this time, energy, and money into producing nutritious food for the people of this country? We see this as an amazing opportunity to capitalize by converting this energy on or near site. Until now, the main solution has been to ship away this waste into centralized facilities like landfills. But this centralization has way too many externalities, and so we propose a new solution. The solution is called the SEAHORSE. The SEAHORSE takes otherwise wasted time, energy, and money, and it puts it back into the food system. For every meal, we can be saving restaurants 25 cents on waste hauling fees, producing 100 kilojoules of energy, and also producing 1/4 of a quart of fertilizer.
This all fits neatly into a 10 by 10 foot shipping container, which is just slightly larger than the average dumpster. This system can divert 12 tons of food waste a year, creating a $30,000 revenue stream of fertilizer and continually producing energy sufficient enough to cut nearly all electricity costs for a small business. We are helping other businesses in society by avoiding high hauling costs, avoiding odor and externality risks, and as well as capital and time overruns. We have a higher return on investments than other renewable energy resources as we sell fertilizer, which is easily marketable and beneficial to local communities. We also reduce energy costs and emissions, which in turn improves both individual and communal energy security.
We are currently partnered with an anaerobic digestion company in Seattle called Impact Bioenergy. Our partnership allows us to practice and license at no cost because we're using their patented gas cleaning, separation, and scrubbing technology, as well as their tank layout and electrical design. We're taking their designs and we're scaling them down so that they're more accessible to smaller businesses, so that these businesses can improve their energy. Ecotone Renewables is working to improve our designs so that we can work with permitting and policy standards so that this design is accessible in urban areas. There is no other system on the market that capitalizes off of both energy and fertilizer byproducts. As you can see on this chart, the x-axis represents social and economic benefits, while the y-axis represents degrees of locality. The more local the solution, the less amount of time and money we are spending on having a negative impact on the environment. The higher the benefit, the more we, the people, are getting out of our waste removal practices. On the bottom left, you can see that we are paying to waste these renewable resources, and so we want to deploy scale-appropriate systems so that we can receive as many benefits as possible. Currently, organizations have been paying fuel, tipping, and waste hauling fees, and we want to remove these fees and externality costs. We are allowing organizations to return their investment within 1.5 years. Germany is currently the only other country in the world that does commercial anaerobic digestion. So we took their market and applied those ratios to the United States, giving us a $34 billion national market. We took that into our serviceable available market, which focuses on restaurants, apartment complexes, college dormitories, and food redistributors, because they all waste in between 10 and 15 tons of food a year. They all have an internal call to action. It is also completely possible for them to separate their waste because countries like Sweden, Norway, and Portugal are already doing this. And we're allowing them to receive additional revenue through fertilizer and decrease their energy costs. The average restaurant can save $4,500 a month on removing waste hauling fees alone.
We have 3 revenue streams, the first of which is the sale of our SEAHORSE system. In addition, we offer the market users a platform. We have an operation subscription, which allows, sorry about that. We have an operation subscription where we take control of the operation of the system in exchange for 9% of the revenue. Based on these revenue streams, we expect to sell 40 SEAHORSEs by year 5 and reduce production costs by year 4. We are receiving weekly interest from both local and international companies, and we expect this interest to grow. This is because society is pressing for these sustainable solutions. The US is aiming on having 17% of its energy be renewably sourced by 2020. 3 states and numerous European countries have already banned organic scraps in landfills, and to make this solution even more accessible, due to its compact size, we are avoiding many of the costly permits, which apply to more larger scale industrial systems. Our team is comprised of a diverse set of skills with students from Carnegie Mellon, the University of Pittsburgh, and the University of Michigan. In addition to our team, we have 3 advisors, the first of which, Dr. Deborah Stein, has worked for the White House as a technology policy specialist and currently works for the Scott Institute for Energy Innovation. Dr. Leanne Gilbertson at the Swanson School of Engineering helps us establish local connections while we work closely on our designs with Jan Allen, a civil engineer from Impact Bioenergy. Our partners include Impact Bioenergy, the local 412 Food Rescue, which connects us to over 300 restaurants in Pittsburgh, as well as the National Repair the World, which connects us to communal gardens across the country.
We have currently raised over $100,000 on our system design, and we have deployed Pittsburgh's first portable aquaponics farm. This will also be our first SEAHORSE site, and we're excited to see where our project can go from there. We are Ecotone Renewables, we are closing the food loop, and we are creating a 21st century food system. Thank you.